Hello, and you're listening to the Tiny Vet Podcast with me, Dr. Nicole Sue, and my fiance, who is grinning at me.
Comedian Jess Watts. Recently, Nicole and I went to my brother's wedding, which was a lovely affair. And halfway through, Nicole needed to take a break from the humanity to go and chase a bunch of ducks that were nearby. And I've never felt more in love with her than watching her crawl dozens of meters like a cat, attempting to grab a bunch of ducks while she was drunk and wearing formal wear and being watched by an old Italian lady who we are now, I think, related to.
Yeah, I think it's Andrew's cousin.
I mean, it would be someone on that side of the family. There were many Italians who were very nice, but that lady had never met you before, and she just saw you in your dress in high heels, crawling in the grass along the lake, just like trying to catch these ducks so you could probably bring them home, I would assume.
I got pretty close.
You did get quite close to the ducks. And they took off from you lazily. They just sort of went, no, we're ducks. And then just swum away.
Yeah.
And you were so sad, screaming after the ducks.
Did I?
Yeah, listen, it was an open bar. And
Yes. Australian weddings are the best.
you were pretty hammered and very excited about the ducks.
Duckies.
But yes, it was actually really,
It's like when
it
the
was really fun to watch.
bees, and I was like, oh, look, friends.
With bees.
Remember there were bees at
There was
the
a
photo taking thing?
Yes, just after the ceremony.
Yeah.
There were a bunch of bees.
Yeah, and you're like, oh my god, bees.
Well, I was everyone else was moving away from the bees. You were moving closer, and I'm like,
bees!
this is not the right reaction. You have to put distance between you and many bees.
Bees.
Bees. What are we talking about today? Is it bees?
It is not bees, because I actually don't know a lot about bees. There are actually bee vets, which is incredible. It's obviously very specialized. I actually don't know very much about them. And it's colony health. Like, you wouldn't, I guess, treat an individual bee. It's a colony, the whole colony.
Yeah, okay.
I guess you view the colony as an individual.
If you see an individual bee who looks tired, you're supposed to give them a little
a
thing
little
bowl of
sugar
water and like honey water.
Yeah.
So it can get energy to go back to the hive.
Oh, my tiny heart.
A little bee friend.
Oh, my tiny heart. Ow.
So yes,
man.
But all right, yes, little bees are cute.
They're so cute.
We're already a minute into that 10-minute episode. We got to talk about.
Cats with urinary issues.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, are you familiar with
Cats and urine? Yes, I am aware of both of these things.
Yep.
And also, I know cat pee stinks a lot.
Yes.
Yes.
It's got a red
This is
distinctive
part
smell.
because I actually really like cats, but it's part of the reason. I mean, I have a cat allergy also, but part of the reason that I'm pretty hard line about we can't get a cat is, man, cat litter boxes stanky, man. Like, they're a stinky,
You can teach
cats.
Pet. You can teach cats to go in the toilet, in the human toilet.
I know that if you do that, you live alone and have for a long time.
And I may be wrong, but
I think you got a problem. I get that in a way it's better, but it's like, nah, if that's your little project at home, like, you need to get out more. I reckon.
Now that you said all those horrible things, I'm pretty sure Gareth Reynolds' cat is actually toilet trained that way.
All right, listen, I'm a big fan of Gareth Reynolds. Listen to the Dollop podcast if
Fantastic.
you've never heard it before. I'm a big fan of Gareth, but now I'm less of a fan.
That's not very nice.
I don't think you should do that, to be honest. Yeah, all right, so let's talk about cat urinary issues.
So it's really common.
Right?
So one, they get urinary crystals.
Oh, okay.
So it's like tiny little microscopic, crystallized bits of mineral in the urine.
Yeah, okay.
And, if you can kind of picture that, it's not very comfortable.
Yeah, that's like kidney stones and stuff in humans,
Kind
right?
of, yeah.
That's like
Similar-ish kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not very nice. And they can also get something called fluted.
That's when you pick them up and blow air through them and you get a tune.
Wow! It stands for feline lower urinary tract disease.
Okay, yeah.
And it's kind of a umbrella term for issues where they, can't pee or they're painful urinating. It's not because of an infection or something like that.
But it's not like inflammation or anything.
So stress is a big cause.
Man, I'll tell you what, if I couldn't pee, I'd be stressed. if my pee just kept building
look,
up inside me,
you're right.
that
It's
would
probably a very
make me quite uncomfortable.
It's probably a very self-perpetuating disease. That's
Yeah.
not that's not wrong. Yeah, but also cats are quite shy, like toileters.
Oh yeah, sure, absolutely. Yeah,
So
yeah.
like that's going to factor
They are
into that as well.
very open about showing off their bee hole.
Yes.
Which is a weird thing that exists. Like, it's a dichotomy that exists in cats.
Yes. Yeah.
That they're like, don't watch me pee, but also here's my butt, and here's it a lot, and I'm gonna rub it on you. You know,
I'm
It's-
going to put my tail up.
yeah, like check it out. It's
Yeah.
so weird. And
That's-
don't watch me pee.
I actually had this conversation with some of the vet staff the other day.
Mm.
We're talking about the naked cats, the hairless cats, sphinxes,
Oh
and
no, I don't like.
I like them.
Yeah?
But I couldn't get over the fact that their butt will touch everything because there's no fur to act as a buffer.
Yeah.
So everywhere that cat sits, his butt will touch.
I don't like the fact that they look like they're like 200 years old.
I think it's kind of cute.
You know what I mean? It's like if you completely shaved a rabbit, I don't think they would look good.
They're quite cute, actually.
Well,
Yeah.
not the way you keep rabbits, because they all got folds and they're all fat as they're fat as F. And so they're really roly-poly rabbits. And
quite
I
cute.
think if you fully shaved them, I don't think they would look good. I think their hair is good for a cat, for the aesthetic.
I like sphinxes. I think they're cute.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, the butt problem.
All right, let's get back to the urinary thing.
Oh, yeah.
The
So-
point of the podcast.
Yeah, so stress. And that's one thing whenever it goes, oh, my cat has, urinary tract issues.
Yeah.
Like that's probably the first space to cover
Yeah.
because it's,
Okay.
as you just
Wait,
said,
Wait, what is?
Stress.
Oh, stress. Yeah.
it's
yeah.
such a self-perpetuating thing.
Yeah.
And it's hard as well because...
How do you know that it's got issues, right?
Well, I
Just things don't stink. You're like, oh man, the house smells good. I guess this cat hasn't peed in a week. Is that how it is?
well, not really.
How do you know? How do you assess it?
They vocalize when they urinate because it's painful.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, they may try go to the litter box, try, and then not do anything. They might produce little bits of urine here and there.
Yeah.
They might
okay.
urinate outside the litter box as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's like usually stress related or often stress related, right?
Can be stress
Yeah,
related.
they're peeing everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's one of the bases that I usually just cover first because one, there's no harm in covering that base.
Yep.
And
That's like the stress thing.
yeah, the
Yeah.
stress thing, and it's just so common that is going to be an inciting factor that a lot of times it is worthwhile doing anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think I've spoken about Feliway before, which is like the cat appeasing synthetic pheromone.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a really good one. There's another one that's a dietary supplement as well. It's called Zilkine.
That also is like for anxiety.
Yeah,
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 okay.
and a lot of times it's just enough to kind of bring it down enough to allow kind of everything else to help take effect. Other things it might be, the cat prefers a different type of litter box, or we've recently switched a litter and the cat doesn't like the new litter,
So then they refuse to pee.
or it stresses them out.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I
And
get
it's
it.
hard as well because, again, it can be quite an individual thing. Like, some cats prefer hooded litter boxes, like litter boxes with a roof.
Oh, and no one can see them.
Yeah, but some cats feel trapped in them.
Right.
So it's quite an individual thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, Artichoke has a hooded litter box.
Right. Shout out to Artichoke, who's on a diet now.
Best boy.
How this might be hard to generalize, but how much of like creatures of habit are cats?
Yeah, pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah, generally an individual cat will like the same type of litter box and the same type of litter throughout its life.
So what do you reckon when a cat has problems urinating? How often do you reckon it's stress related versus some other cause?
It's multifactorial.
Okay.
So it's not just stress, it's not just something. Usually there'll be a bunch of things factoring into it.
Like what? What other things?
So let's say, all right, it starts off because it's stress, and it might be because, our litter box has been moved into a thoroughfare, so we don't like it.
Right.
Yeah. And then because of that, we start having ouchie wouchies when we pee.
Right.
And then because of that, we're not peeing normally, we're not cleaning ourselves normally, and then we get a urinary tract infection.
right.
So you see what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
something that can compound.
Right.
And it is a challenging thing because they're such individuals. You got to kind of sift through all that and be like, all right, I think this is it. And because you can't ask the cat, a lot of times it is also a bit of a process of elimination. Okay, we'll do
Right.
this, and then we'll see how it goes,
You're like-
and then we'll do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Let's like fix this possible cause.
Yes. Yeah, and
then
of
go to
course,
the
you
next
know,
possible cause.
pain, inflammation, infection, you've got to resolve that as
This is
well,
like,
and then
this is
go
like
from
fault
there.
finding in PCs.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it is.
Where you just go, all right, this
Yep.
might have caused it.
Yeah, that's exactly
I'll
what it
fix
is.
this, eliminate it. Fix
Yeah.
the next thing,
Yeah.
eliminate it. Next thing, eliminate
Yes,
it.
that's actually
and then maybe
really-
it was
a really good
actually
analogy.
partly other things,
Yeah.
like multiple stuff in it
Yeah.
that caused
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually a really good analogy.
You hear that? She complimented me. I'm gonna write this down. Timestamp it. Yes. All right.
4:45
Sick.
p.m.
I did it, baby.
October 23rd.
I made you proud of me one time. Yeah, cool. All right. So I assume most of that's like in consultation with a vet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we come up with a plan for you. And like diets are a big part of the plan as well. So there's
Right.
lots of commercial urinary diets available.
Yeah.
And it's just a very carefully kind of formulated diet to make sure all the, you know, macronutrients are just nice
Yeah.
to support healthy urine.
How often when so what's the term? Sorry for the cat peeing problem.
Fluted.
Fluted. Yeah. When a cat gets fluted, like how often is it something that it would come with peeing outside the litter box?
Pretty often. It's
Like
a
that's
very, it's
really
a very,
common.
it's a common symptom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I guess my question would be like, how do you notice this is a problem, right? Like,
Yeah, you peeing outside the litter box, blood tinged urine sometimes.
jeez.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the vocalizing, that's what people tend to report the most.
yeah, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And then so sort of like contact the vet. And,
Yep.
But I guess this is because you're saying like cats are like creatures of habit. You got to be like, all right, what's changed recently?
Yeah, absolutely. I go, all right, what's changed in the last month? You know, have
Yep.
you changed food? Have you had visitors? Did your normal litter go out of stock? Did you get a new litter box? Like, it's such a long list
Yeah.
that you go through.
Yeah. Was there a tiny vet in your house that was literally chasing you around the house with
Hey.
their arms out, screaming, artichoke, 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 as you like ran away from her?
Look,
Who also took away your favorite food?
he does not know that. He doesn't know it's me, and he never will.
It's just so funny to me because I spent so long.
He
Like
was
they
too
also
fat.
listen to the podcast, like the owners and stuff. But I spent so long being, oh, she's so good with animals. And then you got there and you just chased their cat around the house and genuinely freak him out, you know. And then I was like, she's not normally like this.
Look,
Normally pets love her.
I'm used to cats that just get picked up. That's most of the cats that I meet. You pick them up and you kiss them on their little kitty heads.
Like I brought a bully into the house, you know.
Well, he's 12 and he's very fat,
Yeah.
so it's good for him.
That to be chased around. Yeah, I guess it's good cardio for the cat. All right. So.
My final tip for managing urinary disease in cats is that they're usually reluctant drinkers.
Okay.
They're just like that for some reason. And so increasing the hydration and diluting the urine and kind of flushing stuff out, that can also be really
Do you
helpful.
like flavor their water? How do you do it?
Not really, no. They can be funny about that too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if water additives sometimes make them not want to drink the water because it tastes funny, I guess.
Oh, because it's different.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
they're creatures of habit. Right.
So wet food,
right.
great because
Oh, good, because that's just more moisture going in.
yeah, and cats normally like it, and running water fountains. So the ones that just keep the water cycling,
Okay.
because cats prefer to drink from running water.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so you can get those little fountains, and it just cycles the water through. There's a filter and everything, and I find that really useful.
Yeah, or throw them in a river.
No, do
That's
not.
spreading water.
Do not. You're one. Throw them in the river.
And now we're back to our regular relationship.
The Tiny Vet podcast is brought to you by Upilio. Sources for our topics can be found at upilio.io. Outro music by Matt Charleston.